I took 5 grams of mushrooms and felt this. It's wild. Yeah, depersonalization is whenever you and your body feel like you're a separate entity, and derealization is whenever everything around you feels fake and dreamlike. And they happen at the point of traumatic stress, overwhelming stress. So, according to the polyvagal theory understanding of the nervous system created by Dr. Stephen Porges, the neuroscientist, whenever our brain perceives threat, or there's an actual threat, the very first thing that we look to calm ourselves down is other people. If we can't find co regulation from other people, then we go into fight or flight response. But there's a very particular point that stress escalates into traumatic stress, and it's the point of overwhelm in the nervous system. And the thing about drugs, whether it's mushrooms or dimethyltryptamine or marijuana, acid, ecstasy, you name it. I've worked with clients that have started to go into DPR through all kinds of drugs. But if you're overwhelmed by the experience and the effects of the drugs haven't worn off yet, you feel like you can't escape. That's actually what initially brought on my depersonalization realization back in 2009 whenever I had a bad marijuana experience. I first tried to look to my friends to calm me down. That didn't work. Then I started to pace back and forth. My heart was racing. I felt like I was dying. I was crying out to my friends, I'm going to die of an effing heart attack. Call an ambulance, call an ambulance. They wouldn't do it because they were afraid that they would get caught with the weed. And there was a moment where all of a sudden I felt like I was watching myself from the outside. I felt like my brain kind of slipped out of my body and I was watching my body as like an outside observer, kind of pacing back and forth. Everything felt fake and dreamlike. The street light, the car, my friends, even it felt like it was a movie happening in slow motion, and that made me panic even more. But yeah, drugs definitely. Well, I think that there's a growing body of evidence that they can be quite therapeutic for trauma under very controlled circumstances. I'm not opposed to that, but I will say, unfortunately, a lot of people are not in those controlled circumstances and they're not used to the effects of the drugs, or they're just super stressed out when they take the drugs and they feel trapped, they feel overwhelmed, and it leads to trauma. And so it seems like things go either really good or really bad when it comes to these types of drugs, especially psychedelics.